Hey guys, it's Pete Jones with goodinthehead.com. Here we are again. I'm glad you're here. Um, Today, I wanted to share something that I heard from Ed Milet on one of his many podcast shows. He said that consistency creates a conversion of circumstance. I didn't really know what he meant. I had to write it down and looked at it, quite a few times over the months, and I'm starting to get it. So, uh, about a year and a half ago, when we were moving into our home now here in Mesa, we were down the street maybe 3-4 miles at another house, and as we were packing, my wife came across a piece of paper in the computer desk, and it had been sitting there for the entire time we lived there. And in 2014, I'd written down everything that I wanted and needed to be happy, everything that I really wanted to accomplish in my life before I died. And on there were things like buy a home, get a good job at Boeing, where I actually do work now years later. And there were a lot of other things. And she goes, "Oh, hey, this is cool. Is this your gratitude list?" And I was like, "No, I do that in my mind, in the shower. What are you talking about?" So she showed me the paper. I'm like, "What? That's so crazy. All these things on the list were checked off." And she reminded me of that story last month, and I thought, wow, I really need to dream bigger. I need to think bigger. I need to act bigger, and create even more and see what happens. Well, why not? What do I got to lose? I only got one life. And so I've focused on creating some much bigger, better things, not just for myself and my family, but for everyone who's seeking and searching for tips to heal, tools they can put in their own personal toolbox, find some things that work for them that maybe they've never tried before. And so Good in the Head has quickly become kind of source of inspiration, but more so a source for finding tools and methods and different ways in which we can all heal. There's many different kinds of healing that takes place. There's emotional, mental, financial healing, social, spiritual, physical, our health. We all are in need of healing. We all experience pain. This one thing is a common thread that ties us all together. We're all truly one in this way. We all experience pain and loss, and the need is always going to be there for us to heal. For us to become stronger and better and wiser, in life, and to eventually learn how to do the same for others. And so, as part of my Dream Bigger project, I'm just putting it out in the universe, like that other piece of paper that I wrote everything down on and threw in the drawer. Earl Nightingale and Earl Shoaff talk a lot about this, and I first heard about it on the movie The Secret, which I would highly suggest renting, buying, looking for it on Netflix, and watching as soon as you can. It's just called The Secret. And some of the most influential, incredible people are on that show. And the law of attraction really is a true thing. But so is hard work. They go hand in hand. Jim Rohn said, that success is not something we become. It is something that we attract. So it's best to really work on self-development so that we can attract the success that we want in our lives. And I love that. And it's true. We can and will attract anything that we want, good or bad, into our lives, as long as we're thinking about it, talking about it, and doing something about it. And the more intensely and consistently we focus on anything, that thing is going to happen. The stars are going to align. The manifestation practice and visualization practice that you're experiencing or trying out, it's all going to happen. I don't know how or why, but it does. So my dream that I'm putting out there is I really want to someday, as soon as the universe or, with me as a co-creator with it, can make it happen, I want to create centers for healing, And I know that I'm probably not going to be able to do this by myself. Together is better, like Simon Sinek says. And as I work towards this goal in mind, I know that I'm going to be connected with people, situations, places, things, time, money that is needed to make this happen. It's not a get rich scheme or anything that I want. I have everything that I need in life. And I know that there are a lot of people out there that don't have their needs met, their financial needs, their spiritual needs, emotional needs, mental, physical health needs. And this website, goodinthehead.com, is certainly going to be a way that I can begin to write and publish books, workbooks, develop an app, to get some videos out and content out, and share some of the things that I've been learning so much about lately. And it was interesting, because my buddy Sammy and I work here at Boeing in Mesa, talking the other day, and we're like, Good in the Head really needs an app. And I'm like, yeah, I've been thinking about it for years now, and this is what I want it to be like. And he got going with me, and we started brainstorming, and I'm like, dude, he's got so many more cool ideas than I do. I was so excited. I'm like, yo, man, let's make this happen today. This is the decision. This app is going to happen. Goodinthehead.com is going to have an app. And so I went home and I wrote some stuff down in a notebook, while we were still talking at work, just real quick. And when I was at home, I looked down on my Instagram and somebody had sent me a message. And, I get people reaching out saying, hey, thanks for the content. Thanks for what you're doing. And that's awesome. I love that encouragement. And this particular one was a couple who just happened to both be software engineers and app developers. And this girl had sent the message saying, hey, I just made an app. It's called Tappily, kind of like happily, but Tappily, like you're going to tap, tap, tap. And it's Tappily. It's all about, mental clarity and stability, and right up my alley, honestly, and I'm like, what the crap? I was like, iPhone, are you listening to me and sending out my personal information? It was too weird. It was a surprise, the stars aligned. I don't know what happened. But like Ed Milet was saying, consistency creates a conversion of circumstances. And this wasn't just a circumstance, This was a happening that was meant to happen on the day that we were talking about it. So I reached out to these kids, I don't call them kids, they're older than kids. They're incredibly smart. And what they're doing is absolutely amazing. I've been following them on YouTube, watching their videos, downloaded their app, checking it out, and they've got some incredible ideas. I really like Tappily Ever After a little better for the name, but they're heading in the right direction. They're doing some incredible things, and they're going to help a lot of people. And it's people like these that I'm going to reach out to. If they don't want to help me create an app for goodinthehead.com or be a part of a partnership or create a business from it that may someday really blow up, then I'll find someone else who does and who will. And I'm really excited about this app idea. I know exactly what I want, and I know who I want to target and how I want to help. I know how I want to empower people and what knowledge I want to share in what order to best accommodate and help others optimize their own lives. It's exciting stuff. If you've never heard of this app, I would highly suggest going out and downloading it, checking it out. It's in the App Store. It's iOS and Android. And the woman and the man that they're a couple, and their story is pretty great too. I'd advise checking them out on YouTube and following them and subscribing to their channel because they make some really cute videos, and I've enjoyed watching them, getting to know them through social media. I've never met them in person yet, but hopefully someday I will. Check it out. Look forward to a Good in the Head app, and share this message and the knowledge, that consistency creates a conversion of circumstances. When we are consistent and focused intensely on what we want to create, it's going to happen. The stars align, the universe conspires on our behalf, and things just tend to happen how they're supposed to. I was listening to Bob Proctor yesterday again. In one of his videos, he says how, that things aren't positive or negative, they just are. And we're the ones that assign a definition to all things that make them so, that make them positive or negative. And I've found that to be true. I hope that you heard something in this video that touched you in some way, that makes you want to share a message with somebody else, that brightens your day, that empowers you in some way. Share the message, share the video. Please share the website, www.goodinthehead.com. Let's get this wisdom and this knowledge out there. It's not mine. It's just things that I'm sharing, that I'm learning along the way. And while working at Boeing, they let us listen to this content, and I can't help but listen to 8 hours a day of podcasts, TED Talks, videos, YouTube channels, and the things that I'm finding are the things that I've been searching for and needing for years. And I know I'm not alone in that. So let's make it happen. Together is better, just like Simon Sinek says. Thank you.